And then, how far would you go if there were no laws to stop you? A young man tests the boundaries of civil obedience during the Los Angeles riots. Real people caught in real events, sharing their personal moments of triumph, achievement, and courage.
Coming up, vigilantism and the Los Angeles riots right after this.
We sort of got a little bit holier than thou about the fact that we weren't looting, so Rob just decided at one point that he was going to be this vigilante.
It was incredible. Just for one day of having absolutely no law and mass chaos. Just disobey anything that you want.
The beating of Rodney King is considered by many to be the most important home video of the decade. It received worldwide attention and was the catalyst for last year's Los Angeles riots. While most people heeded the warnings of officials to stay off the streets and respect curfews, a few people used the riots as a photo opportunity. And one young man you're about to meet went a step further. He took the law into his own hands. What he did raises a grave moral question. Is the absence of law and order an excuse for vigilantism? The answer is for you to decide.
Let's see, what day is it? It's Thursday, day 2 of the riot.
Once the riot broke out, we knew right away that it was a great opportunity to film.
So far, just hundreds of people looting, a lot of people dead, over 600 fires.
I knew I'd never get another chance to experience something like that. That's the biggest story I could tell in my life, that I was actually in a riot where a whole city blew up.
It's directed anger, destroying society.
Dave would come and hang out with me sometimes, you know, just to cruise. When the riot broke out, Dave started filming right away.
Some friends of mine think I'm a moron for going out and driving in the riots.
Hey, we're going into a danger zone here.
I just wanted to have a videotape of what had happened. It was like driving in a war zone. It was some foreign country. It wasn't Los Angeles. We didn't know where to go, so we just turned on the radio instinctively.
This whole intersection is just ablaze right now. LAPD is on the scene a little bit to the east of this.
The radio was literally saying every 5 minutes, do not go to this location, do not go to that location. And that was, of course, where we went.
Dude, we gotta clean that windshield, man.
We were just looking for a story anywhere it came up. We saw fire trucks, we might follow them. We saw smoke, we'd drive towards it. It was kind of like a sickness that we were thriving on. We had to get more footage. We had to go here, here, and here.
Dan, look at this. Stay still, Jesus.
You wouldn't stop even for a second, so what you see is, you know, a lot of this, and you can't really see anything. So I finally talked him into stopping on certain occasions so we could actually get a clear picture of what was going on.
I gotta get out. Dude, I'm not... Don't get out of this cab, because I'm not sticking around.
I hold Dave back because I know if you get out of the car and go to film this, I'm not going to be able to get us out of here safely.
There's someone laying in the middle of the street over there, dude. Let's go check it out.
At the time that we started driving around, I guess 27 or 28 people had already been killed.
I'm watching looters just go from store to store. They're taking...
Man, shoot some!
During the riot, I had a gun. It never left my hand. If I got out of the car, it never left my hand. There was no law. Nobody was there to save you if something happened.
There were like 10 or 11 police officers at Sears, for instance, standing there, you know, in their riot gear, watching the looting going on, watching everything happen, and not doing anything.
That was kind of scary, seeing the police being confused and them being afraid. The Sears store was total chaos. People were just coming out with big handfuls of clothes, and a couple guys coming out with large TVs. There was no certain race or anybody that was involved in this. It was white, it was black, it was Hispanic. It was just a big party for everyone.
Hey, can I get a cigarette from you?
The thought is at least within you to do it, to steal in that kind of a situation, because it's easy to say, well, it's going to be gone anyway. Everything's going to be stolen. Why not me? You know, why not me?
Dude, go grab something. The new video camera. Can you imagine?
That was Rob. He was saying to me, come on, Dave, think about it. Don't you want to run in there and get a camera? There was that temptation. And we just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
There you go, Sears, no more. These people are tearing up their own community.
I was frustrated by the looting a lot. Maybe because I wasn't doing it.
Apple Electronics, dude. Computer store.
I was seeing store owners that were watching their lives being taken away from them, and that's all they have.
The music store. No way. The music store, dude. Unbelievable.
It was the music store that really got me. That's when I took a personally.
Dude, the music
It was
store.
my favorite music store where I had spent a lot of money in the past. And I looked at Dave, I saw this place wide open, and I said, Dave, I can't take it anymore.
Dude, the music store. You want to go back there?
So we turned around, and when we pulled up, we couldn't. It wasn't in us.
Wait, man, I've been through too much, and if I can't stand up for what's right now, then this whole country is...
We sort of got a little bit holier than thou about the fact that we weren't looting, so Rob just decided at one point that he was going to be this vigilante person and stop the looting.
I went in, pointed the gun. There was one guy that came out, and there were a couple of women, which doesn't look too good that I'm chasing women around with a gun. I tried to play it up like I was a police officer. The second situation that we have on film is over on Hollywood Boulevard. There was a guy breaking the window with a metal bar. And I told him to put it down, that it was my store, and he didn't. And I pushed him. I was really angry. And I put the gun to his head, and I told him I was going to kill him. And then there was nothing anybody else could do about it because it was riot time. It was me thinking in my head, do I want to discharge this gun and maybe put an end to my future, or put myself in a situation where I don't want? It was a real tense moment, really tense.
You see there for a long time he wouldn't even put down the stool that he broke the glass with. I think he finally just realized this guy's not bluffing.
And he took my advice and he put it down and he walked away. What I did was stupid. Going up and sticking a gun in somebody's face is not the answer. What I did was wrong, and I'll be the first to admit it.
I don't know that it was a smart thing to do, but driving around in the riots were the most exciting things I've ever been through. But then when you actually think about the reality of what was happening, that takes the fun away from it.